to Sarah's table. Pew, 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 pew. I always say I'm going to retire the finger guns, and then I don't. Pew, pew, pew. The last time I tried really hard to not do finger guns, I did the noises and the hand gestures, but I kept my hands open so they looked like I was doing like a bunch of lasers.
Yeah, like you're like one of the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
Pew, pew,
that could be
pew.
cool.
Not to
Jazz
immediately
hands.
out myself as the token Australian, but did you know baby crocodiles sound like little tiny lasers when you listen to them? They pew, pew, as well.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I do now.
I have to tell you,
Like
I
crocodile.
don't think your facts about crocodiles is what just outed you as the Australian.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her, and I am going to be your game master tonight and your host and your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to drink some water because we've had a lovely warm week and probably dehydrated because everyone is dehydrated. Nobody on this stream has water.
I'm waiting for my
I
coffee
just
to cool
took
off.
I took a sip to something that was mostly water.
It was definitely liquid and
Bean water.
yeah.
Mine was plant water.
Joke's on you, my body's 60% water.
Only 60%?
He's dehydrated.
That's bad.
I'm not a biologist or a doctor.
Yeah,
Very
no, that's
dehydrated.
You should drink some more. It's supposed to be higher than that.
Oh.
It's fine. Well, it's science. Yeah, so today we are going to be playing this new expansion that is coming out. What do we call it? Expansion? It's a book. It's
It's like
not
a
a standalone
plug-in
game.
setting.
It's a plug-in.
Yeah.
It's a plug.
It's a third-party content.
We're gonna play a plug. Do whatever you want with that at home. It is called Surviving Strangehollow, and it is going to be played with D&D 5e. And I have to say, historic here on Sarah's table is that this is the very first time that we are going to be featuring Dungeons and Dragons. Because I normally play not Dungeons and Dragons, but this is the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons this year, and Bryan is a good friend, and he was heavily involved in this. And I said, let's do it. Let's bring it on. And if it's going to be D&D, it's gonna get weird. And I'm very excited for that to deliver. I'm going to do a quick safety discussion because I think that's really important. As a responsible game master, player to table, human being, you want everybody at your table to be comfortable. So here on Sarah's table, you will never find sexual violence, violence against women, violence against children, or withholding food as punishment or starvation. To be clear, if an evil lady attacks you, feel free to attack back. This isn't like, we don't hit girls. I mean, like, systemically targeting women against something. Is there anything else anybody at my table would like to avoid today?
Lasagna.
Damage.
Okay. So we're gonna kill Dag immediately.
Dang it.
Cool. And lasagna. There will never be violence-based lasagna. I am Italian and I love lasagna, and she'll only be lovingly
You've clearly never had my lasagna. That's nothing but violence-based lasagna.
I'm gonna go
That
ahead.
is just an
Just
Australian
layers
lasagna.
of violence and ricotta cheese.
I'm just gonna never have any. I feel like violence-based lasagna is the title of Dag's autobiography.
Oh my god, it's actually brilliant.
I know.
Really,
You're welcome.
that's actually really
I would prefer 10 cents on every dollar for that idea, and then you might take it.
You will get your 10 cents. Rest assured.
I will sell one copy for $1. And
It'll be to my mother.
Look at a dime. Listen, I'll take whatever. 10 cents is 10 cents. Okay. Great. If we come up against something that anybody is like, oh, I didn't realize this was causing a problem for me, you can throw up a big X. It's very easy to see here on the stream, or you can message me privately and we'll just turn. It'll be fine. Let's go around the table and let's introduce ourselves and our pronouns, and then tell me who you are playing today in this Strangehollow adventure. I'm going to start with Dag.
Yeah. Hi, g'day everyone. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I'm a content creator from Perth, Western Australia. My pronouns are he, him. Typically I do Pathfinder, and you know, on occasion I'll sneak into D&D and try to tell everyone about the joys of Pathfinder.
Yeah, but
today,
we're gonna mute him every time he does today.
Yeah. There are channels with commands for me when I guest. Anyway,
Hush.
so I am going to be playing the rogue mistwalker, named Teeny. But he pronounces it Tenny. And if anyone calls him small or makes height jokes or anything like that, you're definitely going to hear about it. And he's always and he's out on a journey to try and make his ma proud.
Oh, that's nice. Is he a youngin?
Oh, no. He's like in his mid-30s. He actually lives in there. He actually lives with his parents, but like, you know, only because the housing market's really crap at the moment. And,
yeah,
you know,
I understand that. It's rough out there.
Halflings have just bought out all the homes. So gnomes like myself, you know, we just need that rental space. You know?
Yeah, it is really sweet though to determine that like you're an adventurer who has like a stable home life with two parents who are still alive. Like that's lovely.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and like one day you're gonna get a job and they're gonna be so proud.
Oh God, no. I'm gonna wait until they retire, go on holiday, and then I'm gonna take the house for myself.
Got it. Yeah, okay. So all right, so we hate you. Cool. Moving on. Scxrlet.
Hi, I'm Scxrlet. I'm mostly known for my actual plays on Twitch and my dessert dragons on TikTok. I will be playing a so far unnamed character because I'm still thinking about it, who is kind of like a raggedy, frail, lack of sleep, terrified looking human with just dark circles under her eyes and ratty hair, wearing a ratty little robe, and she's very jumpy and nervous, and she lives in the woods. And you could tell she's seen some shit.
Yeah. Things have gone down. It's bad.
Yes, but she's very nice and polite, if not extremely socially nervous.
Cool.
But she is we'll see how this turns out.
Okay, and we'll circle back about the name. Maybe she just hasn't told us yet, even though you all have been adventuring together for a while. Nobody knows her name.
Are we friends? Oh, okay.
That's all right. No, we're gonna come back
to this point. Nobody has ever asked her.
Nobody's asked her name. I love it.
Your name is Hey You.
Hey. It's gotten now to a point where people are embarrassed that they haven't asked you yet, and they're like, "Oh, I can't be the one to say that I don't know."
And she's too nervous and polite to bring it up.
Yeah.
Isn't she wonderful?
She's great.
Oh yeah, no, she's the best.
I love it.
Anne, tell me about you.
Hi, I'm Anne. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Mariah, the half-elven bard who was living at home with her mom, and then she ran away from home because she and her mom don't get along. She is looking for adventure, and she's looking to tell stories and learn about the world, and you know, totally not a huge stretch from my personal life. It's fine.
Great.
Draw from what you know.
Art imitating life. We love it.
A little bit.
And last but not least, Bryan.
I am Bryan CP Steele, the professional nerd. I nerd everywhere. I make games, I write stories, I write novels. And I'm working on making this game, Surviving a Strangehollow, with other amazing writers. That team is I am humbled every time we have a meeting. There are amazing people on that team with us, including Elisa Teague, Ed Greenwood, James Hake, Dale Kingswood. It's amazing. Or Kingsmill. Sorry, I was getting her name wrong. It's amazing. Amazing.
It's good
Aaron
stuff.
Jones. Forgot about Aaron. I will be playing Captain Trent Rothworth. Captain Trent is the riverboat captain of the Whiskey Dream. It's a family boat that I inherited from my parents when they stopped adventuring. Come from a long line of adventurers. Strangehollow is where I make my coin. I take people in, I show them around, and hope to God we make it out alive. But only if you trust me.
Everybody's probably gonna make it.
He seems
Today?
like a nice guy.
The nicest. Bryan,
Yes.
Trent, is he just for viewers at home, is he human? Is he half elf?
He is human. He is an all charisma ranger.
Oh boy.
Yep, that Scxrlet's head tilt makes all the sense in the world.
All charisma ranger.
Yep.
He just charms the path into showing him where he's supposed to go.
Makes
I'm
all
also,
his skill checks with charisma.
That's right.
Yeah. I am also a Trent, especially if you ask Trent. Trent is a skilled swordsman, an archer, a woodsman, but really my trade is just overcoming adversity and making sure that all obstacles just stay the hell out of my way.
Wow. Yeah. And overconfidence.
Oh, it's only overconfidence if you don't believe enough in yourself.
All right.
I call it
like
just
a really nice guy.
Regular confidence.
Sure, it's probably fine.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Teeny. Hey you, the spooky girl. Do we have at least maybe a first initial? Can you give me a first
I can give you a name. I just thought we were going to go along with that bit.
Yeah, no, everybody doesn't
yeah.
know your name, but I would like to know your name.
Okay, her name is Artemis.
Artemis. All right. So, we are going to start out first. Captain Trent, clearly you have been adventuring in Strangehollow for quite some time. You've been up and down the river on your boat. These fellas kind of new to the Strangehollow area. Could you just maybe give us a couple of like tips from a pro, things to look out for when you are traveling in Strangehollow?
Nothing enters the Strangehollow, comes out the same way. It always changes you in some fashion. It's a mystifying place filled with wonder and creatures from one side of the Feywild to the other. Don't believe everything you see, but definitely believe Trent, as that I will never lead you astray. At least until the adventure proves otherwise.
Does everybody believe that Captain Trent will never lead you astray?
What's that? You think he's going to lead us to our death? Well, that's really rude. I don't want to tell him that. I think you're going to do a good job, Trent.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to lead us astray or lead us, I feel like danger's just going to find us. And it's going to rend us asunder, bits of us over there, riverboat in a tree, that's just what I'm expecting from all the stuff I've heard about. Yeah.
We can't let that happen. No.
Oh. Artemis is on one of her tears again. We should herd her back in. So Mariah and Artemis and Tenny.
It's Tinny.
But it's spelled like
it's European. It's Euro something Asian.
I see. Okay.
It's Tinny.
Tinny. Yeah, so the three of you You have been hired by an old centric woman. Actually, we'll play that out right now. Trent, you are in your local watering hole. What is your favorite local watering hole?
Generally speaking, I don't leave the coast unless it is with mission. So it is definitely some kind of seaside, seaside boat home, where it probably it's the sailors stop.
Great. Okay, so it's the hole in the wall, and let me tell you what. Has everyone on this call seen The Great Mouse Detective?
Yes.
I need everyone to just picture that bar.
It's been a minute, but I think I got it.
Bar.
Do we not remember the bar?
Is that where they were singing about Rattigan?
Yes. Well, that's where it starts there. Yeah, that's the one with the mouse, the like burlesque mouse who comes out and does her number about let me be good to you. Anyway, we'll do a whole education on it later. It is a rundown dump of a bar. It smells like the sea and disappointment. And it's very sticky everywhere. It's just sort of like a constant sort of, and everything is a little moist all the time. And they're sitting in the corner waiting for the three of you to arrive. You have received a message that you have a job. Is a woman dressed far too nicely to be in this kind of establishment. She is wearing like elbow length gloves and a gown and like a big hat. And she is sitting sort of gingerly. She must have brought her own tea set because there's no way what she has in front of her is come from this place. And she looks at you and sort of looks at the three of you and gestures you over while she sips her tea.
I search for traps.
Where are you searching for traps? Or are you yelling that as Tinny?
Both. I am as soon as Tinny yells this quite out loud, he begins to crawl down on all fours.
Great.
And scurry, right? Very much like a cockroach, not in a straight line, just like jagged movements
sort
into
of
the shadows and like under the tables, every now and then like popping out from underneath, like someone's skirt that he's scurried underneath to get to the other side of them as he's like as I'm looking around, climb up, look up on a table, grab like somebody's mug and just sort of and then,
yeah, give me an investigation real quick.
All right. You are too expensive a set of dice to roll like this. Okay, so that is a 17.
I mean, this is a dive bar. There's not traps here, but some of the floorboards are a little rotten and you do almost fall through a couple. And when you do try to take a sip of that, it's just regular beer, but it is a big scary man and he does slap you. I would like you to take one shame damage, please.
1 point of slapping damage.
Yeah.
My pride.
Yeah.
I will also take a second point of damage as I arrive. And as I do, I sort of stand in front of everyone and I'm like, okay, the coast is clear, guys. No traps. And then my foot goes through one of the rotten floorboards and suddenly and now I'm like halfway in the ground.
Yeah, great.
No traps.
Great.
No traps. I'm fine.
I love it. I love the idea that my players are just going to, like, maybe by the time we go out into the adventure, you're all going to be at half health. I don't even have to do much. This is great. So yeah, Tinny has confidently announced that there are no traps, and his left foot is in up to like mid shin.
Mariah looks at Tinny and asks, would you like a hand? And
no, I don't need a hand.
Hand up.
No, I don't need a hand. I got this. I just grab her hand and then.
Yeah, I
Yeah. Yeah, Tinny, go
Just-
ahead and give me a strength check.
I will lend assistance or aid or I will help. The help action, yes. I play too many systems.
You can roll with advantage because Mariah is helping you.
Artie's watching this in horror, muttering to herself in her cloak like she's
Yeah.
having a conversation with someone who is not there.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Yeah, even with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna conduct this interview with your leg in the floor.
Mm.
Um.
I'm gonna try and pass it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, that seems good. She just sipping her tea and gestures, looks the three of you over. Can't decide who seems to be the most competent, and then gestures to the chairs.
Mariah will step forward and sit down at the table.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much for answering my advert. I really need someone of your caliber to do a little errand for me. It's not much really, but I would like to pay you handsomely for it. It's going to be just the tiniest of little errands.
The tiniest of errands that requires multiple people?
Well, it's a bit heavy, you see. And so it might be easier, many hands and all that.
Doesn't sound like a tiny errand if it weighs that much.
Can we go easy on the T word here? Okay, look, we don't do jobs, okay, that are small potatoes, okay? We want the big score. We want something that's challenging, that pays handsome. I mean, it already pays handsomely, but what do we look like? A group of fresh-faced, newcomers to the Hollow? No, lady, come on. You got to give us something. Give us,
I'm prepared to pay you 200 gold.
Well, dang, I shut up. This tiny job. Yeah, tell me everything.
Forgive my friend. A little abrasive, but very effective. And she looks
what abrasive?
A little bit, just a little bit. And she looks over at Tinny, who's like half sunken into the floorboards. Very
Do we
effective.
have to kill anybody?
Oh, goodness. No killing is required. It's more of a transport job, really.
That sounds okay.
Lovely.
What? No, we don't want to kill anybody. I don't care that you like the taste of guts. Yeah, that's fine.
My good woman, are you speaking to your chest area?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lovely. She's not in charge, is she?
I wouldn't say that anybody is particularly in charge, but I'm really good with people, so I suppose I'm the one that ends up doing a lot of the talking. So
great.
I don't consider myself in charge.
So you'll need to charter a boat, I think. Definitely need to charter a boat. This errand requires going down the river into the Strangehollow.
The Strangehollow.
Yes.
I have a question for the DM. What do I know about the Strangehollow? Can I make a check or something?
Give me a history roll.
I, as a player, don't know anything about the Strangehollow either, so this is going to be great.
Those who entered.
And Tinny succeeds on a stealth roll.
14.
14. I mean, you've heard a lot of stories, that there have a lot of people have gone in, less people have come out. There are a lot of stories about sort of fantastical creatures. The best way that you can describe it as your understanding, is it's sort of like if all the fairy tales came to life. So it's dangerous, but also beautiful, and fantastical, sort of like trying to have a conversation with a waterfall.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, but imagine all the stories I could tell if we survived this from legends.
Mm-hmm.
Penny, what are you
Do I-
doing?
Oh my God.
Cutting off your leg, bud, or are you cutting into the floor?
Into the floor, please.
Okay,
I
just
have carpenter
checking.
tools.
Okay.
I have a
Right.
question. Do I know how expensive it is to charter a boat? Because I don't think I don't think Raya has that much money.
I mean, she's offered to pay. You could try to negotiate to also have her pay the fee for the boat
Okay.
with
Well,
a persuasion, probably.
yeah, I'm gonna look to the lady and tell
Sipping her
her,
tea.
see, being a traveler has its expenses.
Mm.
So we as a group are a little short on funds. So what I'd like to propose is that you, as part of our compensation, help us pay for the charter, and then we will do this retrieval for you.
Mhm.
And yeah, only because charter boats are expensive and it is outside of my budget to do so.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Oh my God. Go Bard Powers. Nice. I love this for me. 27.
7. My
Okay.
dear. Of course I will pay for the charter. It's would be incredibly rude not to. And besides, I do have more money than God. So, find yourself a captain and then come and pick up the coffin.
Ah, it's
Did
something
you
to
say
deliver.
coffin?
I did say coffin. Yes. Well caught.
Is it a dead person?
Well, I certainly hope so. He's been in the coffin for quite some time.
How long?
Oh, goodness. Believe Morty died about 4 days ago now.
That's not long. Oh boy.
Gee. And you want us to deliver this dead person to Strangehollow?
Oh, yes. You see, Morty sort of fancied himself quite the adventurer. And he always wanted to go to Strangehollow, but well, I have to say that it was mostly just talk. Lots of paintings of him doing wonderful adventures. But he was a little bit more of a homebody. So he decided in his will that when he passed, that he would like to be delivered into the Strangehollow, so that he could get one last adventure. And who am I to, stand in the way of his final dream?
I'll let
It's
you
gonna seem
know if he likes it after we do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. That's lovely. Just are you perhaps a medium? Some sort of
Oh,
have
um,
can converse with the dead.
I think a medium implies that I would have a choice in the matter.
I see.
Um,
Oh, lovely.
I hate to be nitpicky about this, but
All right.
Did he outline a specific place in Strangehollow to be dropped off? I just want to know that we are fulfilling the terms of
Yes,
this
yes. Well,
delivery.
the will just says deep in the Strangehollow. He did love water quite a bit, which is why I was thinking maybe something along the lines of, on a boat, he could go down a river, perhaps. He just needs to be, far enough into Strangehollow that it would definitely be considered like in all the way in it. You know what I mean? It's I have no way of checking.
It's
I
very
shall
vague.
not be going into the Strangehollow.
It's
Thank you so
okay. I'll
much.
just ask him.
All right.
No, I just like to have the details of a job, and
Sure, I
I
understand.
like to earn my keep and execute properly.
Yes, yes.
Freedom.
Just
Okay.
just real quick,
Yeah.
Tini, give me one more d20 roll, just a real quick one.
No, I want to. Ah! Oh, that's a good one. Wait, so it's just a straight D20?
Just straight d20.
That's a 15.
Okay. The floor does not give out underneath your other leg.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's get this straight. We take the dead body, we find the boat, we take it as deep in the Strangehollow as we can, we throw it in the ground or somewhere deep, we say a few kind words, we wait for her to confirm that we've done the job. Then how do we get paid from there?
Well, you come back out and then I
Oh, and you'll be
give
here?
you the money. Well, yes. I mean, perhaps not at this exact seat, but yes, in this seaside town, I'm trying to find the nicest accommodations. It's not really nice per se, but it's the nicest that I could find, sort of on the coast. So
Yeah, okie dokie. I think this is something we can do. Yeah?
lovely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Count us in. We're gonna take you stiff all the way into Deep Hollow.
So
Strangehollow.
it's a lot.
Deep into the strangeness of the
goodness.
deepness is,
Yes.
you know.
Deep into the strange and
So
grim
which of
hollow.
you are who owns the boat of the three of you?
Not it.
We
don't have
we're
a boat.
yeah, we're gonna have to go and find someone who has one to take
Trent,
us
they have
there.
not been quiet. They
Okay.
have been broadcasting this. Also, this is a rough and tumble kind of place, and this woman was talking about how much money she has. People around here.
I did notice everyone look at us when she said 200 gold.
Yeah, she said it real loud.
She did. I hope we don't have to kill anybody.
Now, why
Okay.
on earth would you have to kill anyone, ma'am?
Hello.
The camera pulls back a little bit, and everyone
I feel
turns.
like she goes like, "Ugh," and her eyes just get like real wide. You can almost see like, you know how certain animals have that like reflection in their eyes when you like shine them with a
Cool.
light? That like happens in her eyes, and she just like, there's somebody behind me, isn't there?
Yep.
Strangehollow
Eh.
does enough killing for everyone.
I don't want to turn around.
Can
I
I
will
insight check the captain?
About how Strangehollow kills people? Sure.
No, more of just a vibe check. Like, is this a nice guy? I don't know this guy, do I?
Give
Okay.
us a vibe check.
Insight away.
16.
What does he look like, Maria? How many eyes does he have?
Looks like a standard human, really
Just the
cool
two.
hats. I don't know.
Trent is dressed impeccably well. He looks like a Amazon adventuring person, with the exception of the fact that his breastplate is like chrome shiny to the point where things don't stick to it. It's legitimately like one of his favorite possessions. And imagine a slightly more rugged version of Gaston. So not quite
More
so
rugged?
shiny hunting, rugged in the way that, like, he looks like he actually does belong
His
in the woods.
hair
Not-
isn't perfect.
Well,
Got it.
the hair would
Got
be
it.
under his
Gotcha.
his traveler's cap.
Gotcha.
So
Sword and axe on his hip, so not a complete fop. But
what is the energy he's giving off? Like when I vibe check.
the energy is like a performer just walked in on stage right.
I
It's
turned
ma'am.
around because I'm like scared to see who's behind me because I don't know who I'm imagining. And I feel like your shiny chrome breastplate reflects my own face, and I fall back into my seat, head over, feet over head, spill alcohol everywhere. And
I understand, ma'am. I'm a lot to take in, but it's just fine.
Mariah kind of lowers her eyes or shields her eyes a little bit from the shiny chrome and just like, yep, just a little bit, but that's okay. Hi, I don't think we've had the pleasure before. Mariah.
We definitely haven't, because you'd remember.
Oh, damn.
Well, I don't remember him, so I think he might be right.
I am Captain Trent Rothworth of the Whiskey Dream, my own personal riverboat, and I did overhear that you might require a riverboat captain.
Well, that's
Yes.
actually really convenient. Yeah, we totally do. The name's Tenny, but folks call me Mr. Big. And
Who calls
yeah,
you
we
that,
actually
Tinny? Is that what we
my
call
mom
you
calls
now?
me that.
Aw.
Listen. calls me her big man. Anyway, look, shut up. I'm trying to make, friends with the cool kid. Anyway, so we're trying to get ourselves deep into Strangehollow, and Mr. Riverboat Captain, you ready to can you help us transport
She's paying.
Well,
it's
if that's the case, I do have one question for you, ma'am.
Yes.
What is your name, and what is the name Dr. Coquelicot mean to you?
Oh, hello. My name is well, I mean, I go by Bunny, actually. It's Bunny Avery of the North Coast Averys, and I'm going to be well, these fine folk are going to be transporting my late husband, Mortimer Avery, into the Strangehollow. And
My condolences.
Yeah, thank you, I suppose. I just he's lived a full
perfectly
life.
ordinary reaction to your dead husband.
Well,
He sounded
mean-
like he was older than her.
just a bit, yes.
I mean, we don't judge a coffin by its lid, okay? It could be whatever. It's fine.
Yes. Well, I also just don't feel it is very appropriate of you to judge how I deal with my emotions as an English person. We don't like to broadcast.
What's an
Not at
English
all.
person?
Right. Anyway, she just sort of like Captain. What was the name that I was supposed to be reacting to? Dr. Cocoa Puffs. What? Was it?
Dr. Coquelicot. He's
Coquelicot.
a nefarious soul that has been haunting me for as far as I can remember.
Yes.
Many of his evil agents and schemes have come after me, and they have all failed.
So, can you not take Morty into the? Oh, you're concerned that Cocoa Krispies is going to come after you again.
No, I was concerned that you were one of his many, many schemes to foil me and my family's success.
Oh, aren't you sweet boy thinking that I could foil anything for anyone?
I would like an insight check.
Sure.
Because
I feel like the three of us are just like
tennis match watching this conversation back and forth, like all three just like
that would be a 4.
Yeah, she seems completely sincere.
Well, Miss Avery, may I call you Bunny?
Of course, my friends all call me Bunny.
I would be honored. Oh, yeah. Mwah. I would be honored to take your late husband into Strangehollow and find his eternal rest. And for a small additional fee, I'll even sprinkle his area with salts so the fairies don't get it.
Goodness, you want to get close to his area. He has been dead for several days. I don't think you want to go anywhere near his area. What are we talking about?
4 days isn't that long. There's worse, much
So
worse.
this journey that we are
Artemis
to
is so
upon.
creepy.
I feel like at this point, like Tinny's just so accustomed to it. At this point, it's almost like his version of white noise. I can't sleep unless she's
Unless
saying
talking
some
about
really
existential dread.
yeah, like just in the middle of the night, just
You hear her like talking to herself as if she's speaking to angry souls of the dead, saying, "Please don't eat my friends. Please go away. Don't eat
weird.
my friends."
Totally normal and chill.
Ma'am, you've been to Strangehollow before, have you?
Me? Oh goodness.
No, I'm speaking to I didn't get to we have Master Tinny, and I didn't catch either of you. Bunny,
Yes.
we'll take care of it from here.
Lovely.
Paperwork isn't really something that I am terribly fond with, but my bosun Natalia is around here somewhere.
No worries. Pulls out a contract and like unfurls it. I had the family lawyer draw something up.
Solicitors, the worst kind of devil.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So they're hiring me. You're hiring me. How is this working?
Well,
She's hiring you.
Oh, well then, yes.
I think she's just
she's
giving
hiring
us money.
Just
to give
she's
you.
hiring us because we are a single conformed thing with equal shares in everything. I sort of elbow.
Okay.
I just sort of elbow him. Shut up, Maria.
No,
Don't want her to cut us out of the contract, okay? Calm down. Right now, he's got the button.
I negotiated for her to pay for the boat so that it doesn't cut into our pay. Keep up. She's paying for the boat.
He was
and also
stuck in a
paying for
floor.
us.
It is very difficult to split your focus.
Keep up.
But then what happens if she just hires the boat guy?
Immediately, Mariah turns to the contract and writes her name on it and says, and then looks at Tinny and says, "That is how you ensure that you don't get cut out."
You didn't read
okay,
the
okay.
fine print.
Thank you so
didn't
much.
Read the fine print.
She just rolls it back up and puts it away.
She didn't
All
read
right.
the fine print.
All right.
All right. So, just if you would just like to take Morty, then.
Sure. I assume. Where is this? The poor gentleman. Where can we find him?
She just moves the tablecloth.
Oh. Well.
And it's a coffin.
Most people just pull a rabbit out of their hat, but I guess this magic trick will do. Okay, let's go. I'm not moving this thing, but I'm trying.
Do we need any procession or pallbearer to get to where we're going?
Oh, no, I think, obviously, you just take him onto your boat. When you take him off your boat, if you could give it just a little tiny bit of pomp and circumstance, that would probably be nice. I'm sure he would like that. But really, we would just like him in adventurer's death. However you would bury, one of your companions out in Strangehollow, should he die.
Most of them don't have anything left to bury when they sadly pass. They're eaten, transformed, or lost to the waters below.
I see. Well, I suppose one of those would do.
Not that that's happened very often, as I see my new companion.
Everybody's freaking out.
No, it's a very rare thing. You can ask Natalia wherever she has ran off to.
Tinny is just trying so hard to push this coffin.
I am like standing next to it with my hand, like going through the motions of trying to also help push it, but I'm putting literally 0 pounds
No
of
effort in.
pressure.
Yes, I am
Just-
also doing it.
Just eyes fixated both on Bunny and on Trent. Just
Yeah,
All
my
right,
strength
well,
is
let's-
8.
I have a question, two questions actually. First of all, there is a feature on my sheet that is called quick like the wind. Could someone explain to me how that works?
what does it say?
It doesn't say anything on my sheet about how it works. It
Is
is
it
a feature
under-
called
Is it
under
it's a
the
feat?
feature. It's under features and traits, like in the box, because it doesn't have an explanation provided with it.
If you scroll to the next page, is there anything kind of clarifying? Because mine has stuff on both pages.
I don't have a second page on mine.
It
Weirdly enough.
might also be what's your ground speed already?
My ground speed is 30. Oh, is it just a boost to speed?
I think it is, but I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure.
Second question, because I think it would be cool. Would you allow me to use the fly spell on the coffin to get it to move?
Sure.
Okay.
Cost a spell slot.
Hey, oh!
You see Mariah just pull out her violin and do a little basically the vibes is the devil went down to Georgia and just like does a violin solo and the coffin starts to float and just says, I got this.
You're a
Well, that's
fiddler.
remarkably helpful.
Yeah, so I will just
She learned that song
assist.
from a devil.
we don't want to listen. We don't talk about that in public. I'll tell y'all about it later though. Just
Oops.
Bunny, we'll see you in a few days.
Yes. How many days, as it's floating out, how many days do you think it will be?
Well, you did mention deep
I did.
in Strangehollow.
Yes.
I think 2 in and 2 back should be just fine, barring any unforeseen circumstances.
All right. I will be here starting in 4 days, and just in case something happens, I will stay until day 6.
Don't worry, if we can't find you, we will come find you.
She is unsettling, isn't she?
Yeah,
only
but she's
just
our
met.
unsettling.
Yes.
And I think that I have a lot to learn about my new crew.
Yes.
If
Yes. Well.
if something happens, I will send word. You will know.
If something happens,
Uh,
it'll be short and violent, and she will never hear from you again.
I mean, listen, it's fine. I will attempt to send word to you, and the coffin just continues floating out.
Then let's
Correct.
introduce you to the dream. So heading out, I assume, out to the docks.
I mean, unless Mariah is floating it somewhere else.
That's how now.
No,
So I
Has
I
everyone
missed
here,
the door and just crashed through the wall and kept going.
has everyone here at least seen, maybe not watched the movie, but seen the Jungle Cruise?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
The Whiskey Dream is a lot like that boat. It's a riverboat that's equipped for survival, and it's got all kinds of gear and random stuff thrown on it. It has definitely seen not better days, but it's seen a lot of use. It's an old boat.
Okay.
And they're I don't wait, is Natalia around offhand? My first mate?
I think she's on board.
Okay.
I
So
think she had like, you guys were wrapping up, getting ready to leave again, and so she had gone on ahead to make sure that the boat was ready.
Natalia is a full-blown wood elf and 10 times the adventuring capability. Like, just you look at her and she has been through way more than Trent ever has seen. And somewhere on here, mind your belongings and anything that is remarkably egg-shaped. Mup is about. That's our ship's mascot.
Mup is an egg?
No, Mup is a gnome, which is like a little furry thing with big eyes that likes to eat and throw eggs. We try and keep Mup sated with little tiny stone baubles, but occasionally he gets sticky fingers.
I look at... Wait, is gnome in front of us, or are you explaining it to us?
Just explaining, yeah.
Okay, I look terrified.
If it's Mup's around somewhere.
As you approach the ship, a wood elf steps out, and she's on the deck, sort of moving things around, and Muff does jump out and like starts hopping around up high, the highest point of the boat.
Yeah, and I think Mariah is basically controlling the coffin with her fly spell to follow Captain Trent, and she just says, "Where do you want this?"
Natalia, 4.5 to come aboard.
Oh, hey, what do you got there?
Tinny, I think
Dead
you're
body?
the half.
Dead body. I don't know that we want to have a dead body on board, Trent.
Funeral
Like that's not.
procession.
It's okay. It's only been dead for 4 days.
That's not what I'm objecting to. I don't know that we need to have we're gonna make another run into the Strangehollow, and I don't think that we really want to have
That's the job.
corpses on board. Trent, how much does this job pay?
How much is she paying you?
Trent, do you remember how you're not supposed to take any jobs without me because you forget to find out how much we're getting paid? Yeah?
She was perfect aristocracy.
Oh,
I'm sure it's going to
Trent.
be fine.
How much,
Don't worry.
Trent?
We're being paid with the experience of showing these newcomers.
Oh, I am gonna throw you into the river again, Trent.
Oh, please. I'll
If I
swim.
may, the client is paying us to do this job, and she did agree to pay the cost of a ferry. We have a contract, so as long as you tell us how much it's going to cost,
Great.
we can
you-
put that cost on her as agreed.
So, could I just see the contract? Maybe the contract says how much she's gonna pay for the ferry.
Bunny hung on to the paperwork.
Trent?
Don't worry,
Did-
Maria did sign it with her name,
Uh-huh.
And
so you can take it up with her.
Uh-huh.
Master Tinny, let's get this guy lashed down. I don't know how long he's going to be floating, and I don't want him to float into actual floating.
Natalia wanders off.
Uh,
And it's just muttering to herself angrily.
It'll be fine. It always is.
She seems nice.
She's wonderful.
Mm.
The number of
You better tell-
times that we have saved one another, it goes into the dozens.
Trent, you have never saved me. I am always pulling your ass out of the river. Some monster's mouth.
Strangehollow and its mist has ways of changing perception, as you can see. But let's get this thing moving. I've already told
only
them
gonna
about
be-
Mup.
this is only going to be floating for a few more minutes. You better tie it down.
Yeah, we'll get Morty here tied up, or Mr. Mortimer. Sorry, sir.
So Tinny's gonna look around the boat and try to find something heavy and ideally anchored down. That isn't the if there is like a sail, it's not the sail, but like maybe like the captain's cabin, like where the steering wheel is. Maybe something towards the back of that. Yeah, preferably towards the aft of the ship if I can, and then just lash it down.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Make sure you put something heavy on the top in case Mr. Morty wants to take a walk.
Oh, we'll tie it closed, but we'll keep it like upright,
Okay.
Trent, did you bring a zombie on board? this ship?
I've been told that's not the case.
Who told you?
Bunny
I'm
did.
gonna listen to the. I'm gonna listen to the coffin real quick. Just. I search for traps.
Give me a. Are you listening for traps or are you investigating for traps?
I'm a trap.
You know what? Since I'm searching, I'll search as well. Like, I mean, I won't open it, but I'll like, if there's like a seam with like a little thing.
As he's searching, I have an ability called Sense Magic. As an action, I can activate a Detect Magic as a spell-like ability. It functions just like the spell and can be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. So I basically just get a Detect Magic. Then I just kind of like stare deadpan at the coffin, blank-faced, with just these big, wide, like dinner plate yellow eyes, just staring at it. Do I see anything?
No. Nope. No magic. You detect no magic on it.
Or just seems like a dead body.
Go ahead and give me an investigation, though, Tinny.
Oh, that's what I want. Okay, so that is a 25.
Thanks.
So this is a pretty expensive coffin. It's a fancy coffin, solidly built. You specifically said that you did not open it, but that you were just sort of investigating around and you were listening. You're not hearing any movement from inside. It actually smells really nice. It smells like kind of like fresh wood, but that it has been mineraled and like stained, and like clearly a lot of money was spent on this coffin. It's not just like a pine wood box. Like it is fancy. But from what you can tell, it is just a regular coffin. It is no, it was heavy enough that you couldn't move it, but you moved it with magic, which means that no one lifted it, so there was no way for you to tell if it is approximately the proper weight for one body and the coffin, because nobody picked it up. So,
well, I was attempting to lift it back in the dive bar.
I know you were, babe. You're a little tiny gnome.
That's pronounced Tinny.
Tinny, yeah.
You're a little.
I've
tinny
also
gnome.
don't think it's been lost on me how many short like digs there've been. Like, it's gonna take a little time. It's just a small question for you. Freaking, I'll get you guys.
Do you think perhaps Tinny is just a touch sensitive?
He's a little sensitive.
Short-tempered. That's the only thing.
It just keeps coming.
All right.
I know they're making jokes, okay? I get it. I'm not oblivious.
All right. Yeah, no zombie. At least what I can tell. Hold on 1 second.
For now.
Yeah, no zombie.
You got a lot of experience with zombies then, do ya?
Yeah, no, I live with my parents, so it's like living with the Walking Dead. So, like, yeah.
So no then, because jokes. All right.
It would not be out of pocket for us to have had some zombie experience, seeing on a scale of 1 to 20, how powerful we are. We're about a 5.
That's a weird way of telling me about your past. I like it, though.
Very distinct set of numbers you have there.
That's good.
Yeah, just kind of feels good, just arbitrary.
All right. Well, we're set off, I suppose, before
you guys get familiar with the surroundings. I'm going to go plot the course, and if you have any need for it, the mess bucket is over there, and on the left is the storage where I keep all of the food larder. It is locked because there are live animals in there. Please do not let them out.
There's live animals in there?
You have to keep livestock depending on how long of the trip. I forgot. When Trent points somewhere, all up and down his right arm, his skin is actually black and yellow splotched. It is not, and by the look of it, it is definitely not a tattoo.
Gross.
Forgot about that.
Hey, your arm's real gross, mister.
I think she is still staring at you in horror as you say you keep livestock, and she just keeps looking at the larder.
We have a few fulsum birds, a handful of possum, and
Do you have any idea what a possum sounds like when its soul is ripped from its body?
Well, I can tell you that it does make a good squealing sound when we slaughter them.
That's not
Probably like that a little
funny.
bit.
I
No, not a joke.
don't say it. I'm not talking to you.
Right. No, that's makes sense. Who'd you bring on board here, Trenty?
well, this is Master Tinny. I've was introduced to Mariah,
Mariah.
and our
Mariah with the floaty coffin. Yeah.
and our friend here.
Hi.
What should I call you?
Oh. Artemis?
Great question, actually.
And Artemis.
Artemis.
That's the
Great.
first time that Penny and Mariah have ever heard her say her name.
Tinny was definitely not paying attention. He
Yeah.
was still looking straight at the larder.
So Tinny does not know your name
No.
still.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pop up
Mariah
to the
Looks really embarrassed that she's never asked her name. She's very embarrassed.
But to be fair, she didn't like even when Trent was like our friend,
Right.
and instead of saying she's just like hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just avoids.
I'll head up to the forecastle and plot the first part of the course.
I feel like I should make you roll for that.
I'm actually proficient. I am a riverboat captain. I'm not
love
all talk.
that. Well,
Na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh my god. Do I have lucky?
are
'Cause
you
if
all
not,
talk?
well,
Am I hearing that you're all talk? Because that's
I'm
what it sounds
hearing
like.
that this yep, none of that's going to be helpful at all.
Cool.
That would be a 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's with my
That's what
proficiency.
I like. Okay, cool.
Classy.
Oh,
I love it.
no.
So-
we're getting lost.
You are confident. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
where you're going.
The Great River, it twists and it turns a couple places, but Toadstool Falls is right over there. I know exactly where we're going.
Right
It's a
over
beautiful place to put someone to rest.
Perfect. You are underway. Night falls. Confidently forward. Are you all resting? Are you setting up a watch? What is your plan?
Tinny is resting loudly.
Snoring it up.
Yep.
Great.
I don't imagine. I mean, thinking about like the Jungle Cruise style esque boat. I imagine that there's like a couple of hammocks that are just like on deck. I'm imagining that Tinny's just kind of curled up in one of them. And if the tiny, big-eyed mammal thing also likes to climb, I imagine that Tinny and it kind of have curled up in sort of the same way up in the kind of like high rise of the rigging. And that's
Absolutely.
just where he is sleeping. Yep.
Yeah, you guys are snuggling.
Oh, I'm up, found a friend.
Artemis is sitting on the deck with her bony knees tucked up to her chest and her arms around it.
Mhm.
And she's just staring at the larder door.
It's not that scary. It's literally just a bunch of food, some salted meat, some
Mr. Trent,
biscuit.
how long,
Captain is just fine.
Captain, how long has this boat been in commission?
How long has it been?
In
how long has it been
use?
running? Oh, it was my father's boat before I inherited it.
That explains it.
Explains what?
She like does a slow turn to you and her eyes are just like reflecting the moonlight, like flashing yellow. Why there are so many still screaming? And then she turns back and just stares at the larder door.
You're not like other ladies.
What's a lady?
Oh my. Mariah,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
gonna we'll when we get into the right now we're still in the deeper part of the river, so I can keep us moving at night. Just really slow. When we get into thinner waters, we'll have to actually set watches.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely volunteer if you need it. You don't need it right now, are you sure? Like I could take a watch.
If you can, if you'd like. Natalia doesn't sleep very much. She's
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm only
half you. Um,
no, I'm
or no, you're
half her.
you know what I mean. And
Uh, yeah,
Mup is mostly nocturnal.
well, if there's anything I can do to support, uh, you know where to find me. I'm just gonna play a quiet little lullaby.
If you are the
Um,
one, if you are the one that's awake and it starts to rain, I'll point out where basically there's a tarp that can go over the back part of the boat, so people can stay dry.
okay, yep. Um, yeah. And I'll just quietly play a soft lullaby and then go to bed.
So the boat continues on deeper into the Strangehollow, and you all have a dream. Even the people who didn't remember going to sleep. You all see the same thing. And it is sort of a very floaty light that sort of takes on almost like it has wings at times, but it sort of swirls through and leads your eyes around. And then this image turns into dripping, and it like drips onto you, and when you pull your hands back, you're bathed in blood. And you all wake up and the sun is directly above you. So you have been asleep for hours and hours.
Oh, we are far further than we should be. I'll look around.
Isn't that a good thing? We're trying to go like deep in, right?
No, I want to. There's. We need to make sure that we haven't possibly missed our inlet. I'll look to see like the wheel chains are still set, so technically we were still going forward. No one's touched anything. Natalia hasn't been up and about. All right.
Natalia is still asleep.
Oh. I'll fish out my little bosun's whistle. Wah!
Your little fuzzy companion comes bounding at you and lands on your head.
Ah.
And he takes your hat and puts it on.
And that is mine. Mup, go snuggle with Natalia. Go to it. It helps if you speak loud and slow. Go to Natalia.
Very agitated. Sort of chittering and jumping up and down.
I check my pockets for some kind of snack or something, anything to get
roll me a d20 and see what you find in your pocket.
Oh, great. It won't be anything good. A 6?
You come back out with like a handful of wings. Like
chicken wings or like
butterfly wings.
Oh.
Do I remember putting butterfly wings in my pocket?
No.
I check the other pocket. Maybe
More
I
wings.
have the rest of the butterfly.
Butterfly
somewhere.
Wings.
Well, that's a first. All right, I'll kind of pat him up on the head, and then I'll come around. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? I believe in the night we may have passed through some of the mists, and they have reacted strangely and filled my pockets with butterflies' wings.
That's unsettling.
I hope it's a good omen. In fact, I know it is.
I think the name of this episode is I hope it's a good omen.
Does Mariah feel weird? Anything change at all? Is it just she woke up and
Yeah, everybody just
That's it?
woke up except for Natalia.
Oh, we should make sure she's all right.
I didn't
you
know that elves went
the
to
real
sleep.
person who keeps this boat afloat. Oh, you know what? I am gonna look at. I'm gonna use. Let's put on game designer stuff. I'm going to use Strange Sight, a part of my Hollow Treader Ranger class.
That seems good.
Allowing me to get advantage on survivally type things when it comes to the wackiness of Strangehollow. Specifically, I'm gonna like check out the butterfly wings and give them a good once over. Anybody who happens to look at Trent when he sees it, or if they happen to look at him, his eyes do take on kind of a like the pupils go a little weird. The iris, like there's definitely some unnatural wooginess, which I'm sure Artemis is like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you too?
She's just quietly petting you while you're doing something.
While also being
Friends.
afraid.
Right.
Oh, look,
Dice.
isn't that nice? They're bonding and making friends. Now, how do we get out of here?
I wonder
go
how
ahead
many
and give me a roll.
butterflies suffered as their
That is a
wings were
third-
ripped from their backs.
That is a 13 with advantage.
With advantage.
And a bonus. That's terrible.
So, for just a moment, there's a handful of butterfly wings. Doesn't look like butterfly wings to you, but it sort of, you like can't hold on to it, you know? I don't know, maybe mushrooms, something a little slimy, like rotted something.
Weird.
But then it changes back into butterfly wings and you can't get the
Right.
vision back.
Yes, I'm going to go check on Natalia and make sure that she hasn't been somethinged. I'll let you guys handle things for a moment, and I'll pop off to go see if I can rouse my right hand.
Great.
Um,
She's in her hammock. But let's see what's going on with the three of you.
So ruffling through his bag that Tinny has very painstakingly like kind of put together for his journeys away from home, he produces a book of flora and fauna from Strangehollow, that he has in his possession. He makes his way over to the which side is the bank closest to the port or starboard?
You tell me, Captain Trent. Which way were you going?
We would have been mostly centered when the river was wide, but now that we're much further along, I don't know. It's probably random. Because I haven't touched the wheel yet because we were still worried about our crew and friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until it matters, that'll be the side that I've moved all the way over to the edge on.
Okay. So you
and
can
I'm
see
gonna
you're looking to be able to see the shore.
Yeah, as clear as possible. So yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of it. And I want to try and make comparisons to any of the like flora or fauna on the banks to any notes that I've got in the book to see like, oh, this region of Strangehollow is where you would find these particular things, and then try to correlate with the book that I've got to try and roughly estimate where we are by like honing down on the various things in this book.
Okay, so I feel like because you have the book, I will give you advantage, and I think that is
Smart.
I mean, I feel like it's history, right? So you have the written history in front of you. There's not really a one-to-one correlation here of what we could be using.
Could I petition an investigation to try and investigate and figure out where I'm at because I'm investigating the
Yeah,
stuff?
we could use that. We can do investigation. I assume that's much higher for you than history, which is why you asked for
Oh
it.
yeah. Yes. Okay. With advantage, that is natural 20.
Great.
That
Finger guns.
is that is a 26 on my investigation.
Yeah, you're able to find the area of the book that has that you can sort of see the kinds of flora that is matching up. Things are weirdly large here. The plants are very big, almost prehistoric looking, just like very, very large.
We shrank.
And like you can hear, you haven't seen any animals yet, but you can hear movement and trees are shaking. You know, things are moving around very clearly. This is an area of the Strangehollow that that is there's not a ton of notes on this one, which means it's probably pretty deep into it.
All right. I will take a note of that and talk to Captain Trent when he gets back.
Great. Would the three of you like to do anything else before I hop over to Trent? No.
I'm good.
Aside from another creepy, ominous comment, I think
Great.
I'm good.
All right. Hopping over to Trent.
Yeah, so can I rouse Natalia out of her like trancy weirdness?
You've never she's not in a trance. She's
like actually
sleepy.
sleeping.
You've never seen her do this. She is asleep. That like deep child sleep. Nothing. Still breathing. You can see her chest rising and falling. Like she is clearly breathing. Doesn't seem to be in distress. It's just sleep.
I will cast Detect Magic upon Natalia. See if she is ensorcelled. If Dr. Cocklico has possibly smuggled another insidious minion onto my boat.
Like, something is going on with her, but it's not reading as any particular school of magic.
Okay. All right. While Detect Magic is still going, I'll look at myself.
Again,
ignoring my breastplate.
Yeah. Again, something like weird, like your vision keeps like not focusing properly when you're looking at things. It's like like you're trying to. Have you ever been like really, really tired and you're just like trying to get through something and like read a book or whatever, and like you find yourself reading the same sentence a couple times and things are blurring a little bit until you have to shake it. That's what it feels like when you're trying to look.
You've just described deadline week. Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah. It is deadline week.
Okay. All right.
Mup comes in again, very distressed. And right before we go to our bio break, the camera is going to zoom in on the coffin, which nobody felt they needed to check. And there is a small hole in the bottom. About this big.
Don't.
And that's where we're gonna hop over to our bio break.
So before we make the break, we've been saying it, and I have to make the correction because I started this way a long time ago. Emily, the artist that created Strangehollow, has corrected me 1,000 times.
Please.
Apparently, it is not the Strangehollow; is only ever Strangehollow.
Just Strangehollow.
Yeah, which I think that when I do it in character, it's because Trent's intelligence is not amazing, and it's
sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there because she's gonna watch this, and if I don't make that correction, I'm sure I'll get an email that says Bryan, except in an awesome British accent, which apparently she types in British.
Obviously.
She's amazing, but she would yell at me.
All right,
and justified.
We will fix it. It is just Strangehollow. It is not the Strangehollow, unless you're real dumb. Trent.
I mean,
Trent calls it intelligence is his dump stat.
It's not high.
I just assumed it was like a town name, Strangehollow.
It's basically like just a chunk of territory. Which let's bio break. We can talk about this stuff.
We'll talk about it when we get back.
Yeah.
Everybody go get yourself a weird snack. Maybe, I mean, things that have come up so far are tea, some kind of beer, and a handful of maybe butterfly wings or rotted mushrooms. You choose. Grab yourself something to drink, and then come back here. We see you in a few minutes. welcome back from the break. Pew pew pew.
Finger guns.
Giant finger guns. I don't know what I'm doing. I was making it big so my editor can find it. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Okay. We did it. Hi Jeff, we love you. Anyway, so let's review, shall we? What happened prior to the break? Everybody fell asleep, even those who don't sleep, and had a weird dream that ended with blood, and then
It's just a normal dream.
there was a
Like I
hole in
dream
the
at night.
coffin that nobody has looked at.
We just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, okay. What are we doing, everybody?
People are more important than dead people. Wait,
I don't
live
think
people are
Artemis
more
is
important.
aware that anything wrong or bad is happening just yet.
Okay.
So
when you say bottom of the box, oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off, Scxrlet? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say
Nope.
the exact same thing.
Okay.
That you guys
So-
don't realize that there's something weird happening.
Is
Yeah.
it bottom or bottom of the side?
Bottom of the
Yeah,
side.
because
Okay.
because I also orientated it.
Oh, you had him
upright to tie
standing
it in.
up? Okay, then it's
Yeah.
like here.
The elbow of the
Okay.
coffin. Okay.
got
Coffin
it.
Right. So the
elbow has a
so like the
hole in
like
it.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Like, so I guess it's
Um,
like, yeah, either maybe even the front, but it's at the, down
Yeah, the
by
bottom
where
of
it
it.
is on the ground.
And it's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe it's
all
me
right.
that notices that for the first time as I'm just like walking by and I see the hole. And then I'm gonna like come to everyone else. Hey guys, how big is Morty? How big is the dead guy supposed to be?
I would assume roughly coffin-sized.
So there's no way he could climb out of a hole that's like this big that's at the bottom of the coffin?
Probably not.
Oh.
Uh,
Do
Wait, there's
possums
a
eat dead bodies?
That's a good question.
Do
They
possums
are
eat dead
scavengers.
You
They
have a
can't.
bunch of possums on board, right?
But they're in cages.
Allegedly.
Sorry. Whew. Can we get back to the hole that Morty escaped from?
I don't know if he escaped. I just saw a hole at the bottom of the coffin, and I don't know if this animal made it and went in, or if Morty it slithered out, or if it's just a hole there that was there the whole time and nobody noticed.
Interesting.
I am going to do something dumb and stick my finger in the hole.
Oh, yeah.
arm.
Well, you could stick your whole hand in there.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
this. You
done.
could put your whole face in there, I think.
Yeah, look. I mean, I'm a gentleman. I'm going to start by exploring first before I just like wang my hand all the way into the
Right?
coffin.
Good. Love that.
You'll have to
Um,
explain that to me one of these days.
So you're just putting your hand in there.
Yep.
And feeling around.
Yep.
Okey-dokey.
Trent actually puts hand on hand axe just in case. Like this is
I need that.
All right. You encounter something initially squishy,
Ew.
and then very hard.
That's just a dead body.
Going like
okay.
this.
Yep. Okay. So it's squishy.
Mhm.
Okay. Like if I were to say that it would feel like, say, a foot, would that be an apt shape of the thing I'm feeling?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. And just hypothetically, typical burial rituals in
Mhm.
Strangehollow, is he wearing shoes?
You don't feel shoes.
Do I feel like toes? I'm just gonna kind of like keep exploring. It's like
Yeah, I
and
mean,
down.
there's definitely lots
Like
more
little nubby
squishy
bits?
things, and
Yep.
then the things that are hard in the middle of the squish.
Okay. Taking a deep breath. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Keep
Okay.
asking questions. I love these descriptors.
All right. I'm going in. I'm gonna go a little deeper.
This is a kid show, by the way.
Yeah. I'm
I've
like
been
lying on the
very
ground.
careful so not to get too
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. I've been behaving myself, I think.
Yeah. All right. So you're.
So I'm gonna lie on the floor and just sort of get deeper, like like elbow deep, kind of
It's
like
gonna have to be up,
really.
right? You're gonna have to go up.
Oh, do I have to? Oh, right. Okay.
Because
Yeah. So
the way you oriented, right? So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
so
you're
I
gonna
want-
have to like reach in and up.
Yeah, I want to start the whole base, just make sure I've covered the whole, bottom bit before I
Yeah.
start moving up. But
Yep.
if there's nothing else on the bottom, yeah, I'll definitely start up the leg, just sort of. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, feels like it was probably a leg at one point, for sure.
Okay. Yep.
Give me a
again,
quick, just a real quick. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let's see.
Tinny's doing gross things.
He does a lot of gross things.
He
This
really
is pretty
does.
par for the course.
Yeah, he's just was like really excited to do this. Already in there. He was like,
It's
"This
kind
is
of the
16.
reason why he's on
16.
our team.
Listen, it's really like you move your hand in such a way and you weren't expecting, but you like squish all the way into something, just like all the way in. And there is a moment where your stomach kind of like
I'm good. I'm all right.
You don't lose your lunch, but boy,
It's just
it's
pudding.
close.
It's fine. It's just pudding. Okay. Anyway, now burial rituals in Strangehollow. Clearly they do not bury their dead with shoes. Do they bury their dead with pants?
Yeah, but you hooked into it. You got a little arm. You're a gnome. You are inside the pant leg.
Oh, inside the pant leg? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Realizing I am now trapped between
Absolutely.
Monty,
yeah, you're a
Monty
little,
and
stuck.
okay. I'm gonna try. And this is just like what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna now get my whole shoulder in. Okay. And I'm going to keep going up along the pant leg, like try to get up as close to the hip as I can. And see if I can feel the interior of Monty's pocket.
I'm gonna need an acrobatics check.
Aha! That I can sort of do.
Are you trying to pick the corpse's pocket?
What? That would be unethical. That would be completely heinous. What kind? Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not grave robbing because he's not buried yet.
That's true.
Artemis is watching you doing this, knowing full well we could have just tilted the coffin down and opened it, but she doesn't say anything and just
No.
watches
I'm
you
also-
take this dead person's pocket.
What is happening with Tinny? Tinny is found a thing and he's got to do it.
You also notice
Yeah,
that I keep like looking off to the side as if I'm looking at somebody next to the coffin and then looking back and then looking back at the coffin and looking back at you.
Look, I'm just
and then shrugging at the invisible thing and then looking back at you.
Look, I'm just being mindful because I feel that that spooky girl
Yeah, this is clearly more respectful.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's more it looks like I'm investigating like a mystery over stealing some stuff. So I'd never steal from the dead around spooky girl, at least not in front of them. But right now it's like golden opportunity. So I got
you have to be worried about.
Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. My hand is in a coffin and a man's leg, okay? I'll let you know.
I see the guilt on your face. I'm just reassuring you. I'm not the one who's gonna get you in trouble.
That's just my mom's face. Okay. That's a 18.
Okay. I do have a quick question for you, friend.
Okay. Yeah.
You are a gnome.
I'm a gnome.
How tall are you?
How tall am I? I would say that I, as a gnome, am 5 foot on the dot.
That is a very tall gnome.
Oh wait, no, sorry, not.
I
4
reject
foot.
that reality.
Average gnome height.
No. 4.
and
Sorry, hang on. Okay,
3.5 3 foot 2 inches is the Forgotten Realms average height of a gnome. I know this because my 2-year-old son has recently passed the height of a gnome, and I think that's hilarious.
Okay.
So like
In
your
which case-
head would be the same height as like the crotch of a 5'10" person.
Okay, I would go with 3'6" then. I
3'6". A
I
little
only
bit
said
of a
I only
taller
said
gnome.
yeah,
3'6".
I only said 5 foot because I have a lot of very short friends and I like to make fun of them.
You're 5 feet in gnome feet.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would like to remind you that you described yourself as laying flat on the ship and then reaching inside
Yep.
the hole.
Yeah, and so
with
my
your
so my
teeny tiny little gnome arms.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You cannot reach his pocket
Dang it.
because your arms are not, they're like this long.
Okay.
They're
So
little.
I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna try and grab the fabric.
So you're gonna try to pull his pants down, is what I'm hearing.
What? That would be weird and unethical and awkward. And yes, I am trying to.
You
Great.
can't reach the
You
pocket.
have
bring the
reached as
pocket
far
to
as you can, right? You've reached as far as you can. You feel good. You're kind of twisted up in there, but you can't quite reach his. So I do need a strength check.
God damn it. Yeah. Okay.
You're officially in a contest against a belt.
The most
No.
dangerous encounter.
I don't think he's doing anything shady. Well, I
Yeah,
hope not.
So that's a
okay.
14.
So you pull on it, and you're pulling, and you're pulling, and you're like, I've got this. Really good grip on the pants.
Yeah,
You
no, this is really
you
interesting.
feel
I'm onto something.
a release, and then like what feels like a lot of liquid hits you in the bottom of this coffin and starts. I mean, you've plugged up the hole pretty good.
Yep.
Well, it's not really leaking out yet, but there is an audible like slurp.
Oh.
I see the look on Tinny's face. Are you okay? Does it have you?
No, it's fine. I just need a minute.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Do I have the fucking pocket? I mean, dang it. It was
we got
me!
it. There's our one.
Ah!
me.
It's always me.
It's always
Okay.
you. I mean,
I tried.
you've got the pants. Like the pocket is within your reach, but it is in a pool.
Okay. Is there anything in the pocket?
Oh, babe, no.
Okay. I'm gonna imagine that I'm wearing like for Tinny like like kind of like what you'd imagine to be like a like just a jacket like kind of over the top of his usual robes,
Sure.
typical kind of like thing. So I'm going to very surreptitiously take off with one arm the other side of this jacket,
Yeah.
and then as I do, sort of slide it onto that sleeve on the other arm, and then just sort of you hear this like
Try to like plug it up.
yeah, just as I like and just sacrifice my my jacket to the
Good
hole
idea.
as
A tourniquet
this-
is a good call if we have to take the arm.
and then as I'm squelching out of the this thing with this almost pustule ooze dripping from my arm,
It's real
I'm
gross.
gonna basically just hold it in and just be like, yeah, he's still in there.
That's good to know. Something has liquefied him.
Could be anything.
Did you know that dead bodies let all of their bathroom bits go after they die because they're no longer alive to hold it in?
Ew.
You really aren't like other ladies.
She just blinks at you.
All right, I'm gonna just if I've managed to use my shirt to plug up the hole, I'm just gonna like again just sort of wedge it in as best I can, let it soak and swell, but then like kind of leave that there. And I'm going to run to the lowest point of the boat and basically just like is there like a ladder leading kind of down the side of the
I would
side of
assume
this?
so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna climb. I'm just gonna very carefully walk over. I'm going to climb down like in reverse down the ladder. I'm gonna hook the back of my legs onto the rungs. And as we're going through, just check the river, make sure there's no crocodiles or anything like that, and then just back end myself into the water and hold
Just
the half of my
try
body.
to like clean up some stuff.
Yeah, I'm just staying there and then screaming. You can just see these bubbles coming up from the
Totally normal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be there for a
weird
little
at
bit.
all.
Yeah.
When you're done back there, make sure you toss over some kind of grain for the barg. We don't want it following your scent. I'm sure he heard me.
I feel confident yet again. Everything's fine.
Mariah, do you have any idea what could have drilled a hole in or out of poor Mortimer's box?
That's a good question. I would like to take a look at the coffin and investigate, see if there are any clues as to what happened and why there's a hole. I don't know if it's perception or investigation, but I would like to take a look at this coffin. Closer look.
In order to get a closer look at the hole, you will have to take Tinny's jacket out of it.
Maybe I'll look around the hole.
Look
Like just
around.
the coffin. The coffin as a whole. I don't know.
To put the coffin down so it's not upright, but like lower it. So gravity doesn't make all the liquid come out.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe. That's that. I'm gonna do that.
I'll give you a hand. That makes a lot of sense. We'll unlash it and get it.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check, whoever is helping.
I'll help.
Okay.
You my dice are.
Sorry.
I'll take a 17.
Yeah. Whoa. No.
On forever.
I lost the die. No, I don't have a D20. Wait, was it the captain rolling for it and me assisting? I
was helping you. You were gonna.
Okay.
Your idea was to lay it down, and I said that sounds like a famous idea.
Great. I guess if he's helping, I get to roll with advantage.
I just want you to roll a D20, please, a strength check. Because he rolled one, and I'm. Go ahead.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
An 11. Great. Cool. Okay. So Captain Trent, you were overly enthusiastic, which I know is not a character trait of yours at all. At all.
Of course not.
And you kind of heaved this coffin. And so now our friend Mariah is underneath the coffin.
Oh no.
And it's pretty heavy. You are holding it up, so it's not hurting you, but it is sort of pinned on top of you. And so it's at a strange angle, and it did go ahead and dislodge that shirt. So it is now leaking slowly onto the deck.
I'm gonna take my finger and like dip it in the liquid. And
you smelling it?
Yeah, I want to know, is this dead body or is this something else?
Definitely smells like dead body. Smells like fresh-ish dead body.
It's fresh-ish dead body, guys.
So you don't smell anything weird because I'm kind of stuck here.
I mean, it smells like dead, but oh yeah, Mariah, give me a Constitution saving throw. Real quick, just real quick.
Okay,
this is why I go on adventures with you guys.
I rolled a 14 Constitution save.
Yeah, you vomit.
Oh, this is
Smells like
awful.
death. Smells like death.
Now it smells like death and stomach acid.
It does. It's a
Ooh.
little biley suddenly on the deck.
Somebody help me
It's
get
not
unstuck.
funny.
Miss Artemis and or her invisible friend, could you please assist me in getting Mariah free? Because this is
Hey.
heavy.
Artemis, who is very small, all knees, all elbows, is gonna like come over and hold on to the edge. She has an 8 strength.
Heck
so
yeah, do it.
I'm gonna do my best to like keep it propped up, but I'm like, can't
Yeah.
move.
The smell is pretty overwhelming. Go ahead and Artemis and Trent, roll me a strength check.
Sweet.
Did I get if I'm helping to lift it, did I get an advantage?
It depends on what
hoping.
you roll. Roll me a strength check.
12.
3.
3.
I told you don't want me to help.
I love it.
am very
Another
skinny.
12.
12. Listen, you guys are having a rough go of it. You're able to shift it sort of off. Here is my compromise. I don't think you'll like it. You're able to shift it off of Mariah. But in the shifting, it falls onto its side and splits open. And the remains of Morty come splashing out onto the deck.
Oh, Mr. Avery.
Why did their faces always look like that?
Can I do the thing where I roll out of the way before everything spills?
It's off. It's spilled off to the side of you, so like it's sprayed away from you.
Well,
Yeah,
at
I
least
just want to roll away from the death as much as I can.
at least you're safe. Tinny, are you?
Yep.
Did you drown? Did the bard get you?
Yeah.
Tinny
100%.
Tinny eventually comes back up feeling much more refreshed now that he's managed to scrub himself reasonably clean.
Yeah.
As he does
And
so,
you
he
are
takes-
greeted with this lovely sight.
Oh yeah, he flips himself back up, expecting to get a big breath of fresh air after holding his breath underwater for so long. And as he does so, he just suddenly, and then he looks around, and he says, "So, when I said he was in there, did you not believe me?"
Decisions were made, but Mariah is safe.
Well, this is definitely decisions for sure. I mean, look, I mean, I don't know about your boasting and stuff like that, but if I were you, I'd be trying to get this situation back in the box.
This is true.
Captain, are we in the deep, strange hollow?
I've been so focused on butterfly wings and now a new passenger on the vessel. Literally on the vessel.
How do I describe him?
I hadn't really looked around.
To send Mr. Avery on his way.
Now, I would not be half the Strangehollow, or half the Hollow Treader that I have been for so many years, that if I half-assed this assignment, word would get back to Bunny and she would spread it that the Whiskey Dream isn't dependable, that Captain Trent Rothworth isn't dependable, and I can't have that. My name is my bond. So we will continue, and it will continue until we find a suitable place. For now, we have to get him back in this box and figure out why the hell there's a hole in it. Because it's leaking all over my boat, and that does not make for a good story.
Before everyone puts
That
it back
doesn't.
in, I wanted to look at the hole. Is it like a perfect circle, or does it look like, what does the hole look like?
Like it has been chewed through.
I told you it was one of your possums.
Out or in?
Give me a perception, please.
Ooh, I can do that. Does it have to pertain potentially to a Strangehollow critter?
Yes.
Yeah, as a level 5 Hollow Treader, I have advantage on this. No. Advantage is useless if you roll the same number.
Yes, that is true.
16.
16. Easy enough to know that it was something chewed its way out of said coffin.
Mortimer was interred accidentally with something else.
Accidentally, or was Mrs. Avery trying to smuggle something into the hollow?
He takes the
The thinker's pose.
I was confident that Bunny was on the level, but Dr. Kokliko, he would know. He would know that Bunny would seek me out and seek out the Whiskey Dream to bury this body. And obviously planted some sort of beast with Mortimer. Possibly even had Mortimer killed. This is how deep he'll go to get me. I apologize for bringing you into my sordid tale.
No, it's fine. Just don't let it happen again. Okay.
I'll get the doctor one day.
Whoa. Could everybody please roll me a perception check?
I want to look around for whatever broke out of this thing.
11.
I'm too busy pontificating.
Yep, good.
My soliloquy gave me
20.
a 6.
Mariah?
Not 20.
15.
Okay. Tinny is the one that sees it, perhaps because he is lowest to the ground this moment. But there's like a little creature, not super big. It, at first glance, could almost look like it's just like a pile of like mushrooms, but then it's kind of like moves around. It's got 6 little legs. And it like yawns real big, and a blue tongue comes out and it comes back in, and then it's got a bunch of mushrooms on its back.
Have I seen this thing in the Flora Fauna handbook?
Give me a. I want this to be like a memory check, and I don't really have any of that, like a recall.
I think that's
I can do
just
a straight wisdom
history.
check.
Yeah, I think we can do history. Let's do history.
All right. 18.
Yeah, you definitely remember. You definitely remember this in there. You can't remember the name, but like you remember seeing this, a sketch of this creature.
Was it toxic at all?
Oh, for sure.
Was it toxic upon ingestion?
I mean, probably.
Okay. I'm going to try something, and I'm going to have to act quickly.
God.
So it doesn't go horribly, horribly wrong.
Well, let's find out.
I'm going to use my cantrip of minor illusions. And how big did you say this thing was?
Little. It's like
like that big?
a little bit.
Would you happily say that it is roughly the size of an egg?
Yeah, I can say that.
I'm going to cast minor illusion to give it the appearance of an egg.
You're gonna kill Mup? Is that what's happening right now?
Well, no, I want Mop to catch it. I'm just more confident that Mop will be able to catch it rather than me with my goddamn 8 on my strength.
Very smart. Okay, so you're hoping to stop Mup from eating it.
Yes, correct.
Good.
100%. The intent is to stop Mop from eating it, but to get Mop to catch it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So
I like the little guy. He's warm at night.
So let's give him. Let's see what happens. Can Mup catch it? Does Mup see it? 100%. Mup sees it. Mup swoops down. Whoa! Mup is a missile. Mup rolled a natural 20 to catch this. Just swoops down, grabs it, starts it. He's a little flying thing. See, does he fly or no?
No,
Is he like a
I wish
jumpy?
they're like little furry things. They've got antennae, but they have like these tiny little arms and like long legs.
But so jumpy, like.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
like a creepy kangaroo rat.
Got it. Okay, so he swoops down, jumps down from high, grabs it with his front little tiny tiny legs, pulls it into his body, goes to jump again. Something goes wrong with his back legs, and he like freezes up and then just topples over and
Oh
hits
no.
the deck. And then the
Oh,
thing
no.
like starts like wiggling a little bit and trying to get out of its grasp, but he's like frozen.
Okay. Grab it. Don't touch it.
We didn't have any ostrich eggs in the larder, so this is new.
I'm gonna do what Tinny asks and try to grab. Try to make a grab. Yeah.
Hands in.
Do I have mage hand? Yeah. I'm gonna help Tinny.
Okay. Mm. Okay. No. Everything's fine. Nothing is weird.
Everything is weird and I love it.
Okay.
Actually.
All right. Here we go. Ba 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 da beep beep be dee. You reach out to grab it, and its little tongue flicks out and licks you.
Like affectionate? Like what's the vibe? Is it attacking me?
Well, there was a lick. There was contact between tongue and your bare skin.
Oh no.
You take only 1 point of damage. Very small. Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
So for me, since I actually only see an egg, because I never saw the little creepy mushroomy thing, did it look like the egg just licked her? Or does it just
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure did. What'd you get on your con saving throw, Mariah?
Natural 20. So I rolled a 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, excellent. So here's what happens. You feel your body start to seize up a little bit, but you're able to like shake it off. However, you now see your friend Tinny in the water. Looks like he's drowning. Tinny, you are not in the water. She can't see you.
I'm helping with the immersion.
You're being the hallucination. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh crap. And whatever she was trying to grab, she just kind of drops and just like starts yelling, Tinny, and like tries to go towards the water that she sees. She probably isn't anywhere near the water. She's not anywhere near the water, but she sees the water, right? It's
yeah, I mean, you see him like off
like
the side of the boat, like he had like he is fallen overboard.
Yeah, so I am going to. Oh, I have one of those. Okay, I didn't know that. There is a nice shiny purple gemmed ring that she clicks on.
Okay.
And she activates a ring of swimming and heads towards the water.
You jumping in?
Yeah.
Great.
Because
Okay.
I believe he needs help, right?
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
go.
Okay. So here is what happened. I know Scxrlet, you stepped away for just a moment and you missed some pretty chaotic stuff.
Apologies.
So Tinny cast a minor illusion on the little creature that he saw that had come out of the coffin, made it look like an egg. Mup jumped down and grabbed it and became paralyzed and fell over. And then Mariah tried to grab it and it licked her. And then she hallucinated Tinny in the water and she's just jumped overboard.
Penny's in the water. Woo!
Oh.
Tinny's in the river. What's that, Lassie?
She's like, okay, so
also-
Artis is shaking, like, it's happening.
Things
It's
are
happening.
Did she?
Oh, good.
I was gonna say just as a clarification, did Maria grab the egg creature thing?
She said she dropped it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
dropped it. Okay.
I dropped it and went to go rescue my
Yep.
my friend. Yep.
Right,
Which my first instinct is, now that Mariah has officially jumped overboard, seemingly for no
Yeah.
reason,
Right.
I got to put the brakes on the boat. So
That seems wise.
Yeah, no, it can't. We can't. So I'll be running up to the forecastle to basically kill the little gnomish engine.
Can you give me, because this is under duress, I would love for you to I'm gonna have it be a dex check so that you can get
Okay.
it done quickly.
At disadvantage or advantage, you said, since it's under duress.
Under duress, no, the fact that it's under duress is why you have to make a check.
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
You know how to turn off the boat. That's not something you're very good at. That's maybe one of the only things that Natalia lets you do.
I drive the boat. 18.
Yeah, you're able to shut it down.
Okay.
I mean, it takes
We'll
a
still
bit.
drift for
Yeah,
a
you're still
little
drifting
while.
a little bit, but you are not far away. Mariah is as soon as you jumped in the water, like Tinny, this hallucination of Tinny is always just out of your reach. So you are swimming around trying to get to him, and he just looks like he's drowning, always an arm's length away from you, but you can't quite grab him.
Guys, do you want me to go get her?
Yeah, that'd probably be for the best.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do a thing. I want to do a thing for my class.
Yeah, do a thing.
Okay. She just turns to you and says, okay, and then falls onto her knees, her fists hitting the ground, and her back starts to convulge, and she starts like coughing, and black ichor comes out of her mouth. And then after she stops, she stands up, and you see just these gills are all along her throat, and her hands are all webbed, and her skin is all scaly. I'll be right back. And then she dives into the water. She now has the aspect of gills and fins. She can breathe underwater. She has a swim speed of 30.
Great.
One of the cool things about a Strangehollow Channeler class.
Yeah. So I am going to say that we have to treat Mariah as an unwilling target in this
Don't
situation.
make me hold you under.
Yeah, so this means that you are going to have to overpower her in some way.
I have
mean-
an 8 strength. It's fine.
You both have an
what,
8
though?
strength.
I can swim. Well, I have a swim speed. I don't know. Do
My
you have
swim speed is 40 with the ring.
Oh shit! You have
Okay.
a swim speed.
That's all right. Give me Mariah's sort of swimming in almost in circles because she's
Okay.
chasing this hallucination. So you're able to kind of pin her down, but I do need you to overpower her with strength. So I need
Okay.
a strength check from each of you to get her back
And
on the
I'm
boat.
also gonna lead into this horrifying visage that I have embodied.
Great.
If that is going to give me any sort of advantage, as this spirit of an aquatic monster has just taken over.
Yeah.
And my voice, I think, sounds different too.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Oh boy, I did not roll well.
I didn't either. I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. All right. So
But that feels bad.
here
Get
is what
back
happens.
here.
You get your arms around her and
Gotta save Tinny. Gotta save Tinny.
yeah, this is exactly what happens, why you have to have lifeguard training. Because she is almost on the point of like hysteria. She is so concerned about getting to Tinny that she's kind of flailing around, and she is actually like causing more harm than help in your attempt to get her out.
Artemis is gonna panic with you.
Yeah. So you are like locked onto her, and because of what she's doing, because she's fighting you so hard, the two of you from the deck, you just see the two of them like disappear underneath the water.
Oh.
And it is the surface of the water goes still. Could each of you please give me one more strength check, the two of you that are in the water?
A little better. 14.
I rolled another 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Artemis, you're able to gain control of her. When you go underneath the water, I think Mariah takes a big gulp of river, right? She's just like, what? Just like
Ugh.
takes a big gulp of it, and it sort of shakes it out of her. She can't really see underneath the water. And you're able to deftly get her back up about like the two of you come bursting out of the water. And because you have like a swim speed and you're an aquatic creature at this point, I'm even going to say it's going to be one of those crazy, like you breach out and both of you flop back onto the deck.
Okay. I mean, I can breathe underwater, but
Right,
I was still scared because I'm scared.
Yeah, so you guys go shooting back onto it. You land. I mean, the deck is disgusting now. Okay, so there's puke on the deck. There's lots of liquefied dead body, and whatever leavings are on there. There's a paralyzed little creature. There's another little creature that has a blue tongue that apparently makes you hallucinate, and now you cough up a bunch of river water, and it's sort of like a soup. Everybody's in the soup.
Gross.
It's the grossest soup.
Strangehollow
Strangehollow
is a real
stew.
strange
Don't want to eat it.
Is
Ew.
there any way for me to see through the egg illusion now that things have gotten a little crazier?
I think so. I mean, does Tinny keep the illusion up?
No. I just haven't had a chance to react to anything that's
dropped it.
Things have escalated super quick.
I don't know what you're talking
But
about. This has been a very chill moment.
Super chill. But yeah, I'll drop the illusion once,
So now you can see it. Trent.
So you said it's a little 6-legged critter. It's got mushrooms growing out of its back. Can I make some kind of test or whatnot to determine? I mean, I'm assuming the thing that licked her made her go a little wonky.
Yeah. You can give me a survival check, and you can have it at advantage because you have been in Strangehollow for so long.
23.
Yeah, that's a craggle. You know those things.
Oh, yeah. Don't let it lick you. And don't lick it as a thing, which will force me almost immediately. I will cast protection from poison on myself.
Seems wise.
Yeah.
Is Tinny okay? I swear I saw him drowning. What's happening? I'm so confused.
Someone grab a box or a bag or something, but don't lay hands on it. It's a delicate part of the ecosystem here. It's also very dangerous.
Why do you think Mrs. Avery had one?
I still don't believe that, but let's discuss this after we get it not around. Mutt will be fine. Just don't let him fall in the water.
You really trust that lady?
I trust her more than I don't trust her.
Wow.
Yeah. It's I'm gonna look for like some kind of sack. I'm sure we have a potato sack for whatever. I'll open the larder and grab a potato sack and empty the potatoes out onto the thing because that's wise. And that's
we've added potato to the Strangehollow stew. Potatoes are now in the stew.
Gross. Which I'll gesture for anybody if they want to grab something. Please, we got to keep it from injuring itself or others.
All right, so
I see all the cages with all the possums and birds in them?
You absolutely do.
I just stare at them.
And they stare back.
Whoever is trying to catch this Craggle, go ahead and give me. This is going to be a Dex check.
If Tinny grabs the other side of this potato sack, maybe we might be able to like
Oh,
kind of taco him.
Yeah, yep, I like that.
we're gonna make some tacos to add to the stew.
To the stew. If this stream isn't making you hungry, we're doing it wrong.
It shouldn't. Not with what's on the boat. It's gross.
I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yums.
I mean, in the higher sense. So how do you want to handle this?
Me or Tinny?
Yeah, you. Yeah,
Okay, I wasn't
game
sure if you were.
master.
I wasn't sure if you were asking Tinny if he had like a strategy.
I'll be
Oh.
right back again.
No worries.
My character
worries.
is just going along with everything like this the whole time. So
Your character is staring at the possums.
Yeah, Tinny sort of crab walks back and forth, trying to line up with Captain Trent.
The two of you
and
are trying
then-
to. You're using the same potato sack to try to scoop, or are you using different?
Unless
So-
you have a better idea.
So what I'm
down.
thinking is two at the same time,
Mm.
and then we have one.
Then
go
you
in
kind of
for the
like are
swoop.
herding.
Right, yeah, we're herding it towards it. So either it's going towards one of us or the other one, and then scooping up and grabbing it with the other. So we're kind of like ushering it.
Okay, I need a dexterity check from each of you. If you would like to use either athletics or acrobatics, you may, but you have to describe how you would be doing that.
Very well.
Am I scooping or am I the scoop? Am I the scoopy or the chasey? Which one are we doing? Are we just
we're
kind of going
both
towards each other?
Yeah, no, we're both scoopies and escapees. We both have a sack.
Okay. Yeah, mine is definitely it's like trying to chase a chicken. You know, it's just the bag is open and I'm just sort of.
Okay, so just going to use straight dex, or do you want to try to add acrobatics in?
Athletics is better for me.
Athletics, great. Okay, so this is more, you are brute forcing it. You are just like, okay.
I'm hoping that Tinny can angle it the right way or vice versa.
Okay, Tinny, you are parkouring about
I'm going
the
to
ship?
ready it. So I'm going to ready in action.
Okay.
So when he scoops it, if he misses, I'm going to try and scoop it as it's like leaping because it's
Got
got
it.
like the big powerful legs. I'm
Yep.
going to try and catch it in midair.
Okay. All right. Captain Trent, up first.
17?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you get it in the sack. It's in your sack, but it is fighting pretty hard. It's trying to get out. So,
Okay.
Tinny, do you want to do something else?
No. So what I'll do is I'll then grab his sack with my sack and then double sack him. And then
We're double bagging
tied
it.
up.
Double bagging the Craggle.
Okay, give me
Yep.
give me your check, please.
I got a 23 with a
Yeah.
natural 20.
Yeah, you're able to. So it is now double sacked. So we have double bagged the Craggle, so that it's and its tongue was out as it was happening. So like you know for sure nothing's leaking. Nothing's gonna leak out of this bag.
Okay.
You've caught it. I am gonna say that you have but a moment to celebrate. Just one moment. Everybody sort of takes a deep breath, and then the camera pulls back, and there's something quite large cresting out of the water next to the boat. And I think that's where we're pausing this episode.
Oh no.
So we're gonna have to come back to see if you get eaten by a very large creature.
Gross.
Why is it always eaten? Why can't it just be like a giant merchant who has like just a half price off sale on it?
I mean, maybe
like
Swims up to the boat. Hey, check it out. I got stuff.
Maybe that is what
it's like,
happens.
you need a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, maybe. Listen, we'll find out in the
Oh.
next episode. Who knows? Maybe you're just gonna. Maybe next episode is just gonna be a shopping montage. Listen,
Nice.
there's no way to know unless we all come back.
It's so goofy.
It's so
Oh
goofy.
God. So goofy. It's just-
I would love to do our little moments of gratitude. This was Strangehollow. This was the first episode of Surviving Strangehollow. We are going to do one more because I am going to make them, spoilers, fight a very big setting specific creature. So
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. But yeah, what happened in this episode in this session that you particularly enjoyed?
I'm gonna go. Oh, I was gonna say Mariah.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
No,
Mariah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bryan.
I want to wait till Scxrlet gets back because I want to.
Oh yeah, we
want to throw
wanna wait.
props. That
Okay, well
direction.
while we wait for Scxrlet to come back, just why don't you talk to me a little bit about oh, she's back. You summoned
I'm
her
back.
by saying her name.
Yes, you did.
Three times like Beetlejuice.
Wild.
Scxrlet.
We are at our moments of gratitude,
Okay.
Scxrlet, because they captured the little dude in a sack, and now there's a big monster coming out of the water, and that we'll have to deal with
the Craggle.
next time.
Okay.
Double bag the Craggle, also an excellent name for this episode.
Also true. Or your next mixtape.
Yeah.
So no, I wanted to give you Scxrlet props to shine that little spotlight. You took a character that started with no name and in minutes created someone who not only fits in fabulously with the kind of weird sort of it. One of the things in Strangehollow is that there's a big message of transformation in all of the things that are in this, all the character classes, all the feats, it's everything about it touches you and things happen. There's no question that Artemis has capital S seen some shit.
Yeah.
So my hat's off. Oh, I'm no longer Trent. I can go back to being me.
Go be you. Gotta change that hat so you can be Bryan again.
That's now I'm me again. And my head's not nearly as hot. That hat is really, my adventuring cap is warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you embodied the concept of what Strangehollow can do to someone perfectly. So
Artemis is now one of my favorite D&D characters I've ever played. I was having so much fun.
Yay! We love
Would
it.
absolutely adventure with Artemis again.
Cool. Cool.
But I want.
It's not
I
like
want to
you
give.
had a choice.
So absolutely creepy. I love it, but also don't at the same time. It's so creepy and so good. I do want to shout out Tinny though, because he's just like disaster little guy in the best way, and like I don't know if he needs a hug or needs to shook half the time. And
it's both.
Like,
Porque no los dos.
Both.
It is absolutely both, but I would do murders for Tinny.
Wow.
Aw.
Strong.
I truly appreciated being brought into a world. It's always very interesting when you come into a space where you have to sort of find your feet. And Trent was just such a vibrant and clear piece of this world. And just by being you performing it and you actually putting yourself into this character, I immediately felt myself brought into the world of Strangehollow, and I actually felt the bizarreness, the strangeness, even the little things like the closed door with the creatures on the other side, never really fully describing what it was and letting those imaginations and the dark places kind of take you on this adventure seems very stylistic towards that.
Awesome.
And it reminds me of a lot of it reminds me of like the old school folklore type stories and monsters and creatures and things, which I just absolutely adored. And I only got here in that world through your character's eyes, through your journey that you made just so prevalent with your performance, and it was really a lot of fun getting to explore it with you. I definitely don't think I would have had nearly as much fun had you not have played Captain Trent today.
I
mean, I love the other guys, of
We
course.
love Captain Trent.
Yeah.
What a lovable doofus.
He is my lovable doofus. What about you, Sarah? Do you have? Oh, wait.
I haven't given.
You haven't done yours yet.
Scxrlet has to go.
No. First of all, everybody I think did absolutely fantastic, but I loved how we had our little like leader Mariah, who was just taking control and taking care of our contracts for us. But I think my favorite part was when she busted out her fiddle and fiddled the coffin out of the room.
Yes. Yes.
And just the image that put in my head was so funny. Just
because I was imagining like a big group of angry people in a bar, like a dive bar, and then all of a sudden,
yeah,
and then like this freaking coffin floating past with a freaking gnome on top of it. You know, the ship captain sort of like, how's it going? The little anxious person, you know, and then this fiddler.
Yeah, I think that
And then,
this team, though, like this cast of characters, would make
such
a great
weird
cartoon.
Team. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Can you imagine like there's just this NPC over at the bar talking to the bartender goes, "You ever realize it's super easy to tell when PCs walk into a bar?"
Yeah.
Everybody tie down your goods.
They just stand out. There's something about
try to
them.
steal something again. Every time.
I'm also really grateful for the way the table came together. Like the three of us didn't really know anything about the world, but we kind of just all,
Hey,
bought in. And
I'm a huge yes and player.
Yeah.
yeah, and I was just trying. Not that I'm not a yes and person, but just trying to keep up and continuously try to keep myself situated and like really focusing on what everyone was doing and responding to that rather than trying to understand everything. I was just going with the flow and it worked.
Awesome.
I don't know, it just felt really good.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
a lot of that has to do with Sarah, because Sarah's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I like to tell the stories that you want to tell.
I mean, it's not our table, it's your table.
It's my table. My table is full of weird.
I said the name of the show.
Look at you! You're so smart. I didn't even pay him to say
you should
that.
get an inspiration.
We'll give you an inspiration for that. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens next time. I really enjoyed running this, and I let you guys sink into your characters. This was going to be a one shot, but I couldn't help myself. We're going to bring everybody back, and we're going to do one more because it's just
Yay.
I want to see what combat's like because this
we're
channeler class is super fun.
Yeah, we're gonna fight a big thing. I've got it. It looks scary, and there's gonna be a thing. It's probably gonna be most of the session. Next
that's
time.
fine.
So
But we'll be just fine, I'm sure.
I'm sure, Trent.
If not, then I guess we'll just die.
Yeah, everybody will die, and Artemis will still be able to talk to you, and it'll be fine.
Aww.
Hey, at least we'll still have Artemis.
That's right. So
And all of my friends who you haven't met yet.
if anybody
They're
dies, they're
fine.
just going to become Artemis's friend.
Look, you guys made the character sheet and it says flaws. I talk to spirits that no one else can see. That's on you.
So good.
Yeah.
That could,
You-
but see, that's
so
open
you
to it.
did
That's open to
this.
interpretations. That could be open to interpretations. Like, you know, you could have a bottle of whiskey next to you and be like,
That's true.
That's the spirit. I
No,
love it.
there's.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil everything. There's some
Yeah.
stuff on this sheet
Never
that's
know. There's a
frickin'
lot
wild.
of things. Yeah.
This character.
So Bryan, can
Yes.
you please tell us where we can back this Kickstarter?
So you can just, if you go to Kickstarter and you go to the regular search engine, you can do Surviving Strangehollow, or you can go to getaccidentalcyclops.com, which Accidental Cyclops is actually the name of the company that is putting Strangehollow together, because it's all fun and games till someone loses an eye.
It's true.
That's right. That's their tagline. if you want to find me personally, which I can then direct you or talk to you to wherever you're meeting, I'm at Bryan CB Steele at just about everything except for TikTok, where I am the professional nerd. Or every Friday when you're not watching Sarah's Table, you can find my YouTube show Tales from a Professional Nerd, where I pontificate about all things gaming.
And also then this is a thing that I ask because you're heavily involved in the creation of this particular thing. What is, as a creator, what is something about this game that you are particularly proud of?
Trent. No. No.
All right. Well, you channeled him real good just then to say.
Thank you. No. When we got the team together for the first time, and Sean Merwin, the lead designer, sat us down and said, "Okay, creatives, you're gonna create." And this is one of the first projects that I've ever been on that is a top-down construction. It started with Emily's art. First and foremost, like we have the art, we have the setting, we have not the narrative, we just had pictures and a couple of little blurbs here and there that Emily created. And then from there we created all of us, one of us is telling a fairy tale, one of us is doing like an Arthurian legend, one of the writers is doing a poisoner's handbook. And it's all basically, I'm obviously doing Trent's adventure journal. We all created an iconic character that we put into our stories, and the stories are going to be what Sean is then gamifying and creating the rest of Strangehollow based on that. And I've been in this industry long and done millions of words for stuff, but I've never been on a project that literally is write us a story and I'll make a game out of it.
Right.
It's either you write it whole cloth or you get kind of guidelines and guardrails on what you can and can't do. And this has been awesome. It's been a great experience. I love working with Elisa and Ed and everybody, but it's the actual creative process of it. I've never been on anything like it before.
Cool. Well, obviously we are all sold, so we're gonna go get ourselves a copy of it ASAP.
Yeah, I backed it during the break.
Excellent. We're gonna go around the table, and I would love for all of you, thank you so much for being here. I would like you to tell us where we can find you on the internet. I'm gonna start with the one who just backed it at the break. So Dag, where can we find you?
Nice. That's my promos. Hi guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is not my place, but this is my face. And if you want to see it, you can find it over on twitch.tv/deadausiegamer, where I run a ton of Pathfinder-based TTRPGs over on that channel. I'm also a professional performer and actor on a number of different shows that you can find out on the internet space. Easiest to Google, but if you want to find me and the most that I do, I'm a regular cast member over at Careful Cantrip, and Sarah's Table, Quincy's Tavern, and One Shot Questers also have seen me frequent their channels and are all incredible and amazing places to follow and lend your support. So yeah, go check those places out, and yeah, come find me on everything, because yeah, I'm
Everything.
cool. I hang.
Hinge, Bumble.
Look, you know what?
Blue Sky.
If you're in Australia, I mean, just
Scxrlet, where can we find you?
You can find me all over the internet at Scxrlet64. I am doing actual plays on Twitch, and I do art and Desert Dragon and stuff on TikTok. Well, TikTok for who knows how long, and Instagram and YouTube.
Her dessert dragons are adorable, so you should
Absolutely.
go check them out.
I just released a new pack, and it includes a churro dragon. So
the best. Love it. Anne, what about you? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Anne. You can find me on Twitter, mostly at XO_GirlWonder. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bardic Inspiration Network, where I stream TTRPGs, mostly D&D and Power Rangers right now. When you are watching this, it'll be Power Rangers week, so I'll have 2 campaigns on Monday and Wednesday of next week. Just me being a kid pretending to be a Power Ranger. I'm GM and a Power Ranger. So that is my life. Also, check out Girls Run These Worlds because I am often in collaboration with them. Nothing on the calendar coming up, but a great channel to support. They gave me my start in doing actual plays, so shout out to them.
Cool.
Yay.
We already talked to Bryan. Bryan, do you have anything else to add before we move on?
Just thanks for running this first part and turning it into a second part. That was unexpected, and I'm sure the guys are going to be super psyched that we got into it deep enough. And a big thank you to Emily Hare, who I'm sure will see this. You created these creatures that we are now officially starting to play and see out in the universe.
So good.
Yeah, the art is really beautiful. Yes, Jack.
I did have one thing I wanted to do to plug Scxrlet a little bit, and this is just me off the side. I did get to play with Scxrlet on Thanksgiving, and get to actually play one of her dragons that she converted for 5e, one of the little dessert dragons, the apple pie dragon.
Yay.
Apple cider
cider
dragon. That's right. You did a good job.
Awesome.
I just want to say I love the dragons and stuff, and I'm a big creature fan, which is what really drew me to the Strangehollow series. I don't know if you've ever seen like a lot of Australian art for like a lot of the cryptids and things like that, and I'm sure Dale will be able to tell you all about them. But the art style in Strangehollow is so similar. It is just absolutely beautiful, and there's something you can only really capture with that hand-drawn art style that is not just prevalent in the game through the mechanics, but also just through everything across the board. Definitely check out the Kickstarter page. Like you could sit there and stare at it for hours.
It's really lovely.
It's like creepy cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out to all the
unsettling but
artists in the
adorable.
world.
Yeah.
All the artists. Good job, artists.
Every single one of them. Good job, yous.
We love you. Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Moore. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins. My website is pixiesandpins.com. And you can find me every Friday night here on twitch.tv/GenConTV for Sarah's Table. Next week, I think, is going to be a little solo. I'm going to do one of my cozy corners because I'm going to be at GaryCon next week. And so I will do something little. And then we will come back, reconvene for Strangehollow probably the following week. And then I have a bunch of stuff coming up. We are in the hellish printing process for my game, which is The Crowned. And when it is available for public consumption, we will be doing a 3 or 4 episode arc of The Crowned. And then we are also very, very close. My partner is releasing his game, The Vanishing Lands. And as soon as that is released, we will do an arc of that as well, probably 3 or 4 episodes of that too. So we have all of that stuff coming up. And if you at home are a game designer and you have a game that you would like to run here on Sarah's Table, please contact me on one of my socials. I would love to get eyeballs on your game. So thank you all for being here at my table today. Thank you for to my team at Gen Con for allowing me to do these kind of weird shenanigans and trusting me to program this. Thank you to Peter Atkinson and to Marcus Mays, who is my tech, and to Jeff Moore, who is my personal IT support and my editor and my partner in crime. And to all of you at home who hang out with me every week. This is why I get to keep doing this. So thank you so much. If I forgot to thank you, like it was not, I probably did. Look in your heart. I am in there thanking you right now at this moment. That little warm feeling that you get, that's me. And probably not heartburn. It's normal. Everything's fine. Nothing is weird.
Still get checked out though.
Yeah, I mean, still maybe go to a doctor, but like I'm helping. So anyway, as always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time. Mwah.